All right, we're here, we're live, and we're ready to go. The ads are over. It has been 2 weeks since we streamed. It's about damn time we did something again, and it feels good. Tonight, we will not have a camera, though. Unfortunately, I had to bum rush home, and well, I ran out of time, and now I'm all sweaty and gross. Trust me, you do not want to see it. But we will be back tomorrow with some more Thanksgiving shenanigans as we get our scrim going. Who we're scrimming, even I don't know yet, but we'll get that going. But guys, tonight, Articuno League. Thanksgiving has signed up for the Articuno League. You might read week 2. Did we miss a week? No, we haven't. We just haven't played once. Good luck with the casting tonight. Thank you, Reggie. Super appreciate it. It's going to be a solo adventure, and we're going at it from the casual mode. Honestly, I could have been like, I'm going to officially cast this, but I was not sure I would make it home in time. So, now that we're here, everything is done. Bit last minute, but we do have an official caster as well for tonight. If you want to give them a little bit of love, let me see if I can't pull up their channel there. It is GX2 over from the Articuno League. So let us see if we can't get their channel here. There we go. Copy link. So if you guys want to go give them a shout as well, there is the link in the channel, GX2 Smash Bro. Despite the Smash Bro part, they're streaming Pokemon Unite tonight because they are adminning this set. So we're going to wait for them to come in. It'll be about 5 minutes or so to set up the lobbies. And well, once they start the match, it'll be about 5 minutes. So we got to figure out all what is going on. So should be fun regardless. So we have a few things coming up too as well. So Meowth released. Yeah, we're gonna run some of that bad boy once we get a hold of it. Let's go check it out. 100-bit Magify. Oh, appreciate it, Fairy. Thank you, thank you. But this little bugger here, I have been looking at this and it looks so good. I'm excited to do, especially Payday. So, we get to steal, as far as I know, we get to steal items with this move here. I think it is. Picking up gold. Wait, maybe it's the ability? Oh, no! Defeating a wild Pokemon will pilfer a random battle item. Oh, see, this is what I'm excited for. This here is what I'm excited. You know what? So it doesn't get lost in the sauce, I am going to do it. But what is up, Rockstar? Welcome in. Glad you could make it. We're going to be taking a look at the Articuno League Week 1. Thanksgiving has not played their Week 1 match yet. UTA, our opponents, we were not able to get to a schedule because they were in the Challengers Rise event last weekend, and they made it to day 2, so kudos to them. That's going to be this Friday, though, so we will be getting that down. So, I mean, hey, when you're going into Challengers Rise, yeah, we got a little bit of an extension, got a little leeway, which is awesome. So that's always good. We always love to support the other grassroots events as well. So Challengers Rise is now done. Trainers and your homeboy Hyde will be moving on to the bigger leagues too. No, we didn't get picked up by UCS, unfortunately. You know. But we are going to be helping cast with the EX Frontier Master League. So we are going to be doing that. We're going to be having some fun. We're going to be joined again with Alex. Hopefully Meowry's able to make it. I know her schedule was a little bit less forgiving this time around, so, but we're going to be there. We're looking to pick up some new casters as well. Ooh, so make sure you keep your eye on the prize there. We've got in-houses this Friday for EX Frontier. Should be cool. Will be hosted on the EX Frontier Twitch channel. I won't be able to cast those. I'll be here with the team doing that AUL Week 1 match with UTA. So that should be fun. Going to be static. Stellar even, some could say. But we're just going to be keeping an update on the channel here as well, so we can see, okay, there's the lobby code. And we got ready checks already in. That was 3 minutes ago. Guys, this game is probably already off. So we're probably into the draft screen. We are loading in 10 seconds. Oh, there you go. Loading in 10 seconds. There you go. Hell yeah, Fairy. Look at you on top of stuff. Hell yeah. Guys, this is awesome. We got Fairy here, and that's amazing. That is amazing. Can we? Holy heck. Twitch, stop. Guys, I'm trying to do something for Twitch, and it's just not doing stuff. Okay, perfect. All right, so, as far as I know, they're still in the draft phase. They're still picking their Pokemon. So, they'll be loading in shortly once that draft is done. So, heck to the yeah. And so that's going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm super excited for the EX Frontier Master League. You know, Thanks Gaming is definitely going to be participating in that. So that's going to be awesome. So Thanks Gaming is going to be part of it. We're also looking at a few other things too. We got our eye on a few other events, but we're still waiting on confirmation for those. But also, if you don't make it to the EX Frontiers Master League, they are running the Ultra League. So if Thanks Gaming, for heaven forbid, we don't make top 12, I know, I'm just saying, you know, flaming these guys. But if we don't make top 12, we are going to be participating in the Ultra League, you know, as long as there's enough interest among teams and stuff. That'll be being ran, so that's going to be really cool. So I'm super excited for that. So yeah, it's going to be, whoo! I'm excited. I really am excited for everything because, and that, like, guys too, like, you have to look at the bigger picture too. Thanks Gaming has been putting on a lot of a lot of work into getting things back up to par, getting things back into the swing of things, you know? I mean, we're poking fun at Venusaurs missing their beams and Decidueye's missing arrows. We're making fun of Fairy for dying too much, making fun of Seal because he looks funny, you know, same old, you know, the same old stuff. But yeah, it is absolutely going to be awesome, and I'm excited. Can't wait. Yeah, because it's only a matter of time before the regional quals sneak up on us. Regional quals? No, the last chance qualifiers for UCS sneak up on us, and then it's NAIC right after that. It's like we have so long to prepare for it, but then once the day comes, there's so much going in between. Like, it's insane, it's crazy, it's whoo. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming out from Thanks Gaming there. And there we go. Awesome to see that we are, boom, into this. Look at that. We got Glue Sniffer on a Greedent. All right, let's see here. All right, we got Umbreon, Vaporeon, Greedent, Raichu, Greninja. Okay, then we go into Blastoise, Wigglytuff, Mega Charizard Y, Mega Mewtwo Y, and Darkrai. This is a little concerning. I know we're not usually concerned about Char Y. Char Y is a very powerful Pokemon, but look at the team. They're very bulky. So yeah, this is going to be super awesome. And oh, look at that! From the last time we set up for recordings, we're still set up here. Heck yeah. All right, Fairy's still up at the top there. Oh, look, we have Entei in the bottom. Oh, yeah, Blue Sniffer. Okay, so we can't get the JK quickly, but we can still swap back and forth. So we got Umbreon and Greedent into the top. Greedent going to be playing a main carry this game. PK playing a bit more passive on the Vaporeon. Going to go into that. Already huge for the Bundle Bees. Teams each get one. That's strong. But look at the pressure up here. Keeping that on. We're going straight in. We don't get anything, though. Unfortunate. But, hey, we're the only team on the board with the score. So, we're doing something good. We're doing something right. Milan's already here with that Charmander here. Oh, look at that Greedent going in. Oh, we surrounded Milan, and we're going to take him down. That's gone down. Now it's all of a sudden rocking out. Looking to get that Bundle Bee there, and it's the Greedent. Running in, secure, and going for the score. Level 2, not a level 5. down near the bottom. We got 9 minutes, 10 seconds away there, but we're going to go back into the top because we see Darkrai has made it to the top. 850 birds spawning in. Are they playing for KOs? Are they playing for the farm? They're going straight for the farm there, but the KOs are right there. We're diving straight onto the Darkrai. That's who we want, but Glue Sniffer's taken down, sent home. Rocking out, gets the evolution. All of a sudden, it's Fairy. Yarrow's looking at them there. The mean look's not going to save them as JK's looking for an opportunity. Nah, JK said, I'm out. Glue Sniffer's gone. Fairy is going to die, and I need to get some levels. Yarrow is looking pretty juicy there, but they grab a juicy citrus berry, take it down, get that HP back up, and all of a sudden they're no longer a prime target. 15 seconds until the Regidrago hits the field. Mike on the Entei here. You're going to see Mike because I don't often call him Entei, but Entei here is already level 5. That's what we want from this. And Masanair is not a level 7, and that's what's important, guys. When you don't lose the lane, and you still have them as not a Blastoise, that's always a good lane. All right, they're going straight for the Regidrago. They're going straight for the Rip, and it's PK! It's PK! Grabs the last hit. Now we're going to take out Rocking out there, sitting back now, and now we're looking at a paralyzed Alolan Vulpix, which is really a Mewtwo-Y, sent back home, taken down as points are now raining in. This does leave the top side open, and we're starting to get those stacks and scores in. Can we stop Yarrow? We absolutely do. Greedent's getting on top of that, but that's a lot of stun and CC. We're going to stop Yarrow from these scores. Thanks Gaming is trying to get up here, but we can't stop that 30 cap. There was just too slow of a rotation, but they're now here. We have 2. We have JK still in the bottom, getting ready to rip that bottom Reggie Roulette, whatever it may be. The 4-man TG push here is now going against the 2-man of the Abyss Order. Huge shot there from the Darkrai there. Tries to stop the 9 points from the, what do you call it? Vaporeon, otherwise known as the Victim. And it gets taken down. Yo, Costas, thank you. Yo, what is up, Costas? Thank you for the raid, Raven. Guys, that's awesome. If you don't know who Costas is a longtime follower of the channel and is a friend. Absolutely give them a follow because heck to the yeah. Here we go. Greedy keeping the pressure on. 186 to 63. Abyss Order is down by 123 points there. How do you end the fucking... You just click the end stream button on your OBS or Streamlabs, buddy. I'm glad you found it. Thank you for the raid. We'll give you that follow. And guys, definitely give Costas a follow there. Oh my gosh. We finally found his channel. All right there. But JK's going in deep, trying to take down Yarrow. We have Fairy there ready to support there, but it's not going to happen because the Darkrai comes out with the bad dreams. Gonna take them down, and there goes JK, sent back to Nurse Joy. I mean, listen, if there's anybody that's gonna be able to uplift JK spirits, it will be Nurse Joy. It's not a Kudra, but it's the next best thing. We do have the, oh, there we go. The Moonlight Prance is coming out there. We're looking to take down Rocking out. Nice dazzling game from them, but it's gone. Infinite Cyber comes out, doesn't hit a KO. Fairy's gone, but who surprised the rest of Thanks Gaming? Looks to collapse and take down Abyss Order. Nice Unite move from Entei there. Not sure if it was needed. Masa's looking for a score of 4 points. Try to get some Unite charge. Try to get some levels. Try to get anything in. Maybe an extra stack. Not able to do it. Chaotic. I had some weird guy called Super in my chat. Oh, man. Man, that's okay. JK. And there's Supersonic in our chat too. I'm like, oh boy, Sonic saw that. Well, how was your stream there? I hope you had a lot of fun there because, oh, there we go. We're getting distracted here. We're getting absolutely wrecked by the chat there. But all right, let's gonna focus on the game and we'll get back to chat in 4.5 minutes there. All right, the Charizard comes out with the Seismic Slam, and there goes the Blastoise pushing up PK against the wall. He's used to that. Don't you worry about it. There goes the Starlight Recital. They're looking for this Regieleki. Hydro Typhoon comes in for the secure, and it's going to be rocking out. Rocking the Regieleki's world, making them play for Abyss Order. This is a huge objective push that they want to get this in, but will they be able to get the points or a Regieleki crash first? 3 points over for Red Jalecki. One more coming back in, but it's 290 to 60 or to 83 now. Red Jalecki was the most recent score on that team in the last few minutes there. So Thanks Gaming's doing a really good job being able to shut out Abyss Order, and being able to just say, you know what, you can't really get much scores. But we are down to the final 90 seconds before the Kyogre spawns. Thanks Gaming still has a tier 1 pad up. When we hit that double points, it goes from an advantage into a liability. Now, we do still have advantage because we can pull back to it. We got some berries possibly down there. We're looking for something, but Abyss Order is really adept at pushing pads. Like, we've seen them take down that T1 pad in the top side there with the Red Jalecki. We've seen them take a couple of other team fights as well. So, Thanks Gaming has to be a little wary coming into this, because if there's one thing Abyss Order has shown, is that they are able to excellently isolate targets. And JK is at the top of their list. Darkrai will be hunting them down with the worst nightmare, looking to bring them in. But bottom objective is going to go to Thanks Gaming uncontested. Red Jalecki still in the top. Now, Glue Sniffer's just kind of sitting at the pad. Look at them. They're just going AFK. Look at them. That's a huge team player right there. But no, what they're doing is they're guarding the pad, trying to stop any sneaky scores that Abyss Order might be looking to put in. So, and speaking of sneaky scores, there goes the Mewtwo. Alolan Vulpix here, looking to possibly dunk a 43 cap. Entei is here, kind of just farming it up, looking for something. This could be a pick. Red Jalecki's going in. If anybody on this team is going to score, it should not be this Mewtwo Y. Mewtwo Y's points directly correlate into its Mega Evolution. So this is something that it's going to want, and Alolan Vulpix is going straight for it. They're saying points or no points, we don't care. 199 now to 290. Opens up the home pad, and we're going to be starting to tap Kyogre. There goes Rocking Out, and the Surf comes in. The Moonlight Recital cut. Moonlight Prince comes there, and Starlight Recital. All of a sudden, Blue Sniffer's combo, so is Rocking Out, and the Venusaur. Venusaur Blastoids there, but the Charizard's taken down as well. Thanks Gaming's 4-man strong, and we have 2 people up now for the side of Abyss Order. Darkrai getting put in that mean look, and we have Mewtwo not able to get the secure on that, taken down as well. Thanks Gaming is now going to be running away with this game, but look, there it is. Abyss Order is spawning back in. Darkrai is still holding up 2 members of the side of Thanks Gaming. We don't need these points, but if we give up a buff, if we allow another huge stack, another Hundo Burger to go in, we're just gone. Well, let's go take over and look at Darkrai. Yaro's over there fighting a greed. That is rough. But because of Darkrai there, we are able to get this going. Darkrai's going to base there, but they could go for the score, and they absolutely are. Thanks Gaming needs to hurry up and regroup, because this score is going to put Abyss Order in the head by 9 points. But there we go, 390 to 299. Now we're back in the lead, and we're looking to cook. Darkrai's looking to score as many points as possible, but 4-man down for the side of Abyss Order. And I hate to call games this early, but Thanks Gaming is going to take game number 1. Woo! Look at that. Guys, I have not been more proud of my team than, like seeing them tonight. Actually, no, that's actually, not true. Was so proud of them during our UCS run at the qualifiers, for the league qualifiers there. That was an amazing run, regardless of what you want to say about it. It was beautiful. We had a lot of strong opponents. We took a game off of everybody. Except our first match. I think we got 2-0'd that one. I can't remember. We might have got 2-0'd, or we might have been able to take a game off of them, and then we got 2-0'd there. But let's take a look at the bans, because we didn't get to see the ban phase. Miraidon, Mega Gyarados, Mega Lucario. These are really good bans, honestly. The Mega Gyarados, Mega Lucario make the most sense because, Mega Gyarados is just one of the strongest Megas in the game. Mega Lucario is able to, honestly, flip objectives, strong early game, great pressure. That's really good there. But if we look at the side of Abyss Order, They were so focused on locking out Thanksgiving, they went for the standard Decidueye ban, Comfey ban, and Blissey ban. There was no other staples. They left up. You know what's actually surprising to me here? Mewtwo X is left up on the field. Nobody took it. Suicune left up. Nobody took it. Jeez, what's going on here, guys? Got to go to sleep. All right, see you, Supersonic. I hope you have a blast with the sleep. I hope you get what you need. The new phone is a machine, I told you. Oh, hell yeah. You're going to spam Hyde in Discord to help you? I certainly will, but I may have to play middleman and hit you up with my IT gal, because there's not a whole lot I understand about streaming either, despite being a streamer. So, yeah, the fact that there's so many Pokemon that were still like left on the table, kind of surprises me, because they're really strong picks. Now, I can see what Thanksgiving wanted to go with here. We had 3 really tanky Pokemon. So the Charizard and the Mewtwo and the Darkrai could not isolate and pick them off and take them down as easily. Meanwhile, Greedent still able to dish out a decent amount of damage here. And PK is able to as well, but they played more passively. JK coming in with 57k. Listen, it's not 100k. We don't look at it, JK. You got to do better, man. Get good. Entei, though. Entei coming in with 71k. That is huge. Same with Darkrai. Look at Yarrow. Yarrow was up in everybody's faces, being all like, I'm a Darkrai, and you're going to be stunned. They went 1v1 on the Greedent and lived. They even were 2v1 on the Umbreon there. Although, look at Fairy's damage. It's 22. Look at the 81k that she took. That was most of her deaths right there. Just taking all that damage. Come on, Fairy. You do better. Nobody's surprised when you go down. But game number 2 is on the horizon. So let's go take a look and see if they're in it yet, because we spent a lot of time intentionally in that screen and they're still not up. What is going on, guys? Come on. You telling me you're not in game 2 yet? That is horrendous. Horrendous. That's all I'm saying. It's horrendous. But game number 2, and again, like I said, there were some strong picks. So Suicune left on the table there. There was Hoopa. Hoopa was left on the table, didn't get banned, and it was a pick, and it's a strong Pokemon against a team like Thanksgiving. Now I'm gonna out my team as all, I'm gonna throw my team's weaknesses out there as well. Oh, and we never talked about the Miraidon ban either. Miraidon's such a good ban in this case too, because it is a very strong attacker Pokemon. It is so versatile. It's got poke, it's got up in your face, it's got oh, pardon me there. All right, we fixed it. We're good. Let's take a sip of water. Woo! All right. But it's got poke, it's got in your face, it's got a really strong Unite move. 30 seconds for loaded. Oh, hell yeah. Look at Fairy giving us timers and updates and stuff. That's amazing. Thank you, Fairy. Super appreciate it. Super hella, super duper appreciate it. I know I said super twice, but like, whatever, guys. I'm a streamer. I don't look at, I'm just goated like that. Hell yeah, girl. I don't look at a thesaurus, all right? I find one word, I just hone in on it, and boom, that's my word for the rest of the set. Used to work customer service. They did quality control audits on us for like call centers, and they always brought me in and go, Hyde, and they go, Hyde, yeah, great job, but you say perfect a little too much, because I go every time, that was like my confirmation word. I go, hey, do you have this? And they go, yep. I go, perfect. And they, hey, you got this? Or hey, you got this? Or hey, can you do this for me? That's done. Perfect. And I say it like all the time, all the flipping time. And they'd say, you say perfect, like, and they counted it. We counted it one time. It was 112 times I said perfect. And it was like about a 30-minute call, but 112 times to say the same word that's not like and or is or the or I don't know what words are like the is. I don't know what the classification of those words are, but those kinds of words, that's insane. That's insane. Boss literally handed me a thesaurus and said, use it. I never did. Drove them nuts listening to my calls. They're like, oh my God, this is going to be a drinking game. And I'm like, no, it'll be a survival game. It's like maxi card draw all again. For all you Yu-Gi-Oh players, you'll know. And if you don't know, well, educate yourselves about Yu-Gi-Oh and maxi. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that is not really much of a threat, is more of a challenge. You see a maxi drop, you're like, challenge accepted, deck out, done. You know? All right, now Fairy did give us that 30-second load-in warning, and it's going to be about 2 minutes or so before we get into the actual match. Before the match appears on our screen. Well, two and a half to 3 minutes, roughly. 2.5 to 3 minutes. That's why we don't need to run with a delay on our stream, because the in-game system does it for us. So we're absolutely goated there. But we do have an official caster from the Articuno League looking at tonight's games there. GX2, we got the link pinned at the top of the chat if you want to go give them a shout out in a chat there. You know, send that love their way. Actually, you know what? I forgot to do the most important thing, which is follow said channel. There we go. We just sent the follow, and look at that. Hey, look, we talked about Mewtwo X. There it is. They gave up the Decidueye as well, and they let it through. So now I'm curious about what the bans were. Okay, so we picked away the Raichu from them. We said, no, that's not happening. We picked away the Mewtwo X. Trust me, that's a Pokemon that you don't want in the hands of PK. But I will guarantee you, if you leave Vaporeon up, you're going to get that trade for Mewtwo X 100% of the time, because PK loves Vaporeon, and PK will play the shit out of Vaporeon. So here we go. Game number 2. Thanks Gaming leading this best of 5 set 1-0. Lots of time, lots of opportunity for Abyss Order to come back into this set. You know, it's not unheard of to lose game 1 and then come back and just 3-0 sweep them for a 3-1 victory. So, you know what? Maybe they could. Maybe Zoroark is the way to do it. It is an infamous Pokemon capable of getting onto this Decidueye, onto this Rowlet. But if you don't know Thanks Gaming and how we play, this Decidueye will not be poking you for damage. It will not be a Spirit Shackle. It will not be a Shadow Sneak. This will be a Razor Leaf Decidueye, and it is a phenomenal in the hands of JK. Listen, this is like the one. If there's a Pokemon that's a one-trick, or if there's a player that's a one-trick, it's JK for Decidueye. Now, they got a bunch of other Pokemon that's in the pocket there, but they know Decidueye in and out, and this is their mon. So if you're going to run like a Zoroark, you better be dang sure that you're going to be able to get onto it and take it down. And already that's exactly what they're doing. 2 KO streak for Yarrow as they're able to take it down, but they're on cooldown. And JK does have that red buff slowing them down. And we are going to be looking at those stacks there, but Milan's going for that berry. Level 3 takes the berry, gives all of this fresh, juicy experience over to the Clefable and to this Zoroark. Yarrow and Rocking Out are looking really strong right now. Yarrow level 6. Not even on their second rotation, already looking at level 7. Meanwhile, Rocking Out this Clefable. This is a huge grab for them, but Glue Sniffer is going to be at level 5 there. Milan's just hitting level 4. Mega Charge fully updated. They gotta get to that level 5, but Rocking Out currently taking all that experience there. Milan took way too long to get back into this. Let's take a quick pop over there. Yeah, there's Yarrow looking to not grab that ball toy there. Maybe just lure it over. That's exactly it. Lure it over. They weren't able to get it within the combo. Reggie Drago's on the field. So is Decidueye. We're already starting to rip. We don't have the Unite move on the Zoroark, so we don't have that secure. We do have the Reggie Drago PK secure. 2 for 2. We're already looking at that. The Razor Leaf is online and coming into work. 1, 2, 3 down for Abyss Order. As the Fable comes back, and Thanks Gaming is 5 manning into this bottom there. Actually, I lied. Never mind. Greedent's got to take those 7 points into the top. We do have that Mr. Mime taken down. Fairy is dead. Once again, no one is surprised. There goes the Clefable, though, taken down. 2 KO streak for JK. Zoroark is getting onto there's the combo, taking it down. We did not have anybody to zone for DK there, or sorry, for JK. JK, PK, it's K. You know what? We have too many letters on our team. We just need regular names. You know, that's all we need. But Milan gets taken down, going there. Abyss Order, though, strong comeback. Zoroark is proving to be a threat. Zoroark is going to be a problem here for Thanks Gaming. They have to shut down this combo, at least enough for JK to be able to do it. Umbreon was able to put somebody into a room and say, get out of here. But now it's Regice on the field, and since it's experienced, Thanks Gaming is going to play for it. An experience objective, an experience-based objective. That is what I meant to say. That could have been huge for the Decidueye to get that in, but Glue Sniffer also needed that as well, getting closer and closer to their Unite move. Yarrow setting out a juicy level 10 there. Decidueye also just hitting it, the biggest, baddest Pokemon on the map there. But Yarrow is also far away from their team with Thanks Gaming right on their heels. But with a couple of quick dashes, they're able to get through and start the rip on Regieleki. Thanks Gaming coming in, but they do have the knock-knock coming out. They're going for it, the last hit. They miss it with JK. What are you doing, my guy? But we do have the Venusaur with that beam. Huge damage could be coming in there. And we take down the Zoroark. Decidueye able to land that blast. Razor Leaf Decidueye is very strong. If Zoroark doesn't have its, what do you call it there? It's full heal. The moment that we have the moment that JK tries to use we call it their Leaf Storm, you're gonna get shoved away and your combo's gonna get interrupted there, and that is not something you want as a Zoroark. Fairy is now gonna be pocketing JK, given the extra power boost with the power swap. Huge damage, a little bit of healing too, which is gonna be great there. And some experience leeching for Fairy as well, because gosh knows she can't stay alive to get some for herself. Fairy on Mime, yo, exactly, Gasper. Fairy on Mime is doing great things, honestly. There goes the Showtime, though, setting it up with the Infinite Cyber coming through. Not able to make the KOs. There is Umbreon, Clefable go down. Mewtwo X there is in trouble. Milan looking for a way out, and no, they're gone too. Yarrow's in trouble as well. We finally connect the Glue Sniffer there, take them down. The Unite move comes in, the Midnight Days, and it's gone. Taken down, Yarrow's gone once more. They have found the secret sauce to break the Decidueye, but now Decidueye is a level ahead. Level 12, almost 13. Guys, you cannot let this thing get to 14, because if it does, you will be in a huge, huge issue. Or not issue, you will have a huge, huge issue. Gosh, I can't even talk. Can't even get my words right. But 215 to 139. Now, here we go. We do have Abyss Order behind on points, but they have proven that they've been able to take team fights in the past. Not necessarily with this team comp itself, but again, if Yarrow is able to find that good pick on the Decidueye, they may have a chance. Now, Venusaur, but I mean, just because you get the Decidueye doesn't mean there isn't a Venusaur to deal with as well. We wind up on the Solar Beam there a little late as it gets taken down. The knock-knock comes out, and we want this pad. Regieleki's barreling down. A 2 KO streak goes in. Zoroark is gone, making it 3. We have to be working as a team there. Zoro has to have a way in and way out super quick, because the way Thanks Gaming is, it is literally protect the president with a sniper behind them. And I'll tell you right now, this president does not care. They're going in deep. That's another KO for JK there. But we get it in the mean look. We get the combo up, but we miss the target. But Mr. Mime is still able to go down, and we get the JK. The raid boss is taken down, sent home, and put on a 33-second cooldown timer. Gotta be like, cool off, bro. Cool your jets. Get the heck out of here. We don't want you here. So, this KO actually was more in favor of JK. One, you get a little bit of a Unite charge, like 20 to 30% Unite charge on that. We do get to see, we do get get hit with that large timer, so hopefully the next timer is a little bit less, because I'm pretty sure it calculates time to your last KO. for your respawn timer. But the final objective coming up, oh, Zoroark turned into Decidueye, look for a little bit of stuff, but that's actually a good strong play. Look at this. We're going down for the bottom there, but Yarrow and Milan have huge amount of points, and they're able to dunk them into the top here, and that's exactly what they're going for. They're looking for the pivot, they're looking for the bait, but nobody from Thanksgiving is up there, so they're going to be able to take them down. There's 50, there's 37. They're all of a sudden back in this game. This is a 9-point game now, 235 to 226, with a T1 pad up for Thanksgiving. Glue Sniffer's caught out in a mean look there. We don't want to see that there, but the Knock's looking for Milan. There's Milan taking a huge amount of damage, and look at that, the Infinite Cyber has to come out. Now we don't have that engage move. We used it to survive. Zoroark's not going to be able to have that extra pivot. We have to recover with the Clefable. We're going to be going in. There's the Zoroark looking for something transformed into the Venusaur, but that's not the target. Huge beam picking up the Mewtwo X. All of a sudden, the Zoroark is gone and followed by the Raichu and the Clefable. Ryan, Umbreon is all that's left, but the Curse of Fairy lingered on it because it's down once more. Thanksgiving's able to take the Kyogre, pull it through, and there we go. 5 buffs going on these tier 1, on these tier 2 pads. That's my phone going off. I should have put it on Do Not Disturb mode. Don't blame the streamer. Hate the game. There we go. Do Not Disturb mode activated. No more ding. It's coming out randomly. And there we go. Kyogre lasting 24 more seconds on this pad, 335 to 26. We take down Yarrow again, and rocking out is gone. Milan also gets taken down as well as we're going for these Hundo Burgers. 673 to 226. 45 seconds left, but when they come back, only 20 seconds or so left. I don't like to call it there, but for 500 points within 20 seconds, and you caught across the map still, Game 2 is going to go to Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's impossible for them to come back at this point, impossible to get the win. That Game 2 going to Thanksgiving, that is rough indeed, because when you ban out the Decidueye and all the tools that go with it, didn't really work out, because that's just one mode. You can't just ban out one mode. One of the strongest pieces that you have to realize that teams are starting to pick up on more than just Thanksgiving is when it's Razor Leaf Decidueye, you go with a Blissey. If you keep the Blissey banned, then you help curb that that Decidueye there. But as we saw, we still have a little bit of extra. We still had that little bit of extra time, a little extra damage ticks. We still had that little bit of extra stuff going on with that Mr. Mime power swap. Not the usual combo for it. Fairy actually wanted to. Well, I'm not going to repeat that word for word on stream, but if you're looking at the chat, you can see what she said. That's what she wanted to do. I don't know why. Yeah, Gasper was right. It was an epic fight. It was good. You guys did everything right. Although it was a little bit touch and go there for a bit, because if Yarrow had circled around to cover the pad there, Mike was gone. Mike was absolutely gone. Entei taken down, because the eject never wouldn't have been able to save them, as Yarrow would have been able to take them down. So positioning is key when you're going up against this. Woo! 115k damage on the Alolan Bulb Picks. That's huge. Raichu coming in massive amounts of damage. Milan soaking up 100k, 121k onto that Umbreon as well. Also, Clefable soaking up 91. These Pokemon were at the forefront. Healing split up between them. 39k for Rockin' Out, 43k for Masa. But JK, low damage on there, 221k. God, brother, it wasn't 300. Not even worth looking at. PK coming at 77k heals. Glue Sniffer 54. Those berries were putting in work there. That's actually a good job. Mike coming in with an impressive 71k damage there. Absolutely amazing. Fairy is 37. You know, that's... You were there. You were there, okay? You were there. Although 34k damage, not a lot to scoff at with mine, because you have power swap, you're connected a lot. That's really strong. That's great. So, all in all, I enjoyed this. But let's take a look at the bans again. Thanksgiving, keeping that out. Miraidon, gone. Mega Gyarados, gone. Mega Lucario, gone. We didn't want to see any of those Pokemon. That's probably going to be the same for game number 2. But Comfey and Blissey staying in. Blastoise getting the ban out. We didn't want the Blastoise, so we banned the Blastoise. We took the Umbreon away, almost wondering if if it was possible to maybe ban out the Umbreon instead, if we wanted to take it away, leave the Blastoise up. Because if you're looking for a first pick Pokemon and you want that Blastoise, I mean, that's the way to go. Personally, I think Blastoise was a stronger Pokemon, but I did like the fact that Mean Look was used to set up a lot of good plays for Yarrow to go in, hit those combos off, make a nice, easy, isolated target, and it worked a few times. It just was not able to lock down JK 100% of the time. But, guys, once again, Suicune left on the table, not picked up. This is insane to me. But we see a lot of teams picking up Suicune as soon as it's available. It is still one of the most broken Pokemon in the game. And I highly enjoy it too. Like, you need to look at Suicune and be like, okay, what does this provide? A team like this, like what Thanks Gaming's running, hates CC, hates those stuns. Suicune's able to provide those stuns, bring it in, soak it up, take them down. You might be able to say, hey, we can handle Suicune there, but bait them in. Charizard Y, also one of the more broken all-rounders in the game, left up. Nobody took it. Nobody took it. We ran it game 1, did not run it back game 2. We did not like what it did. Charizard X? No. Same thing. Didn't care. Did not care for Charizard X. So, Thanks Gaming now in a 2-0 position here. Very strong. Very good for them. But that 2-0 position could still be upset. Abyss Order is able to come back into this. There's a best of 3 set. Yo, big fan of the Comic Sans font. Hell yeah, Slim, thank you. I was looking through fonts and I was like, what's easy to read that really speaks to me? And I was like, this is it. Hopefully I'm going to be able to go through the stream elements and make it all one piece. I've recently learned how to do it a while ago. And then I recently relearned it. And yeah, now I'm like, okay, now I just got to get it there. Best font of all time. Hell yeah, it is. I love it. Thank you, Hyde. Absolutely, Slim. I'm glad I can appease your font fetishes. Because, I mean, listen, like it speaks to me. And then what was it? We run Impact over at EX Frontier for our productions there. And I'm like, that's a nice, bold font. Easy to read, crystal clear. But I'm a more of a comic guy myself, so. I'm pretty sure I ran this font when I was casting for Zygarde League and Articuno League at the start of the autumn season as well. So, yeah, back in September, a little bit, and then throughout the summer. Pretty sure this is the font I was running. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might have had something a little bit different. I don't know. But, yeah, big fan of this font. But coming into game number 3, Abyss Order has to pull it together. You can't look to... Thanks Gaming is one of those teams that you can't really look to counter. You know, like, when you try to counter, when you try to take out, like, certain key pieces, it just doesn't work. Look to trade with them. Strong Pokemon on the field. CC stuns, absolutely hate it. Hoopa, absolutely hate it. Miraidon, absolutely hate it. So if we hate Miraidon, look at other Pokemon that could get you there. What about Inteleon? Inteleon snipe shots. Massive amount of damage. Liquidation, lock and load, baby. Here we go with Glaceon. Huge burst damage with the Icy Wind. Icicle Spear, again, lock and load, point and click. It's aim that bitch. Because I'll tell you right now, it's insane. Like, well, you don't even aim it. You just literally point and click. No need to aim. But yeah, it is crazy how there are so many strong Pokemon just left on the table. And I think that also goes to show the state of the game that's in. There are that many Pokemon that are so strong. The bans no longer are used to isolate and bring down Pokemon Unite to like what is the standard Pokemon Unite. But, Abyss Order, if you guys are watching, let me give you a bit of advice. Score comp. Thanks Gaming hates it. They can't really fight against it either. You run some goal getters, you run some Pokemon that are just absolutely dominating, take them down. You know, or full CC. Full CC them. Like that'll get them every single time. Every single time. I'm not sure where they are at right now. But, not sure where they're at right now. Hopefully they're going to be somewhere soon. Somewhere finishing off this soon. But, it's starting soon. Because once it starts soon there, I think they are just done the final prep. Okay, so that means we're going to be about 2.5 to 3 minutes out. Potentially. Might spawn in sooner, depends on what the delay is. We haven't had our alarm clock fairy come in yet. And tell us where they're at. And I think that might be because we keep making fun of her, telling her when she's, you know, oh, fairy's dead. Oh, once again. I'm like, just grow up, bitch. Come on. You know, girl. Come on. But we bit the clock that told us the time, so we broke it. Oops. It happens. It happens. That's okay. She'll come back if there's game 4. Which, honestly, I hope there is. As a caster, I want every game to be the maximum amount of games possible. Okay? Every game. Every single game. Every best of 5 game should always be to that 5th game. Every time. Every single time. Why? Because I want to see these teams play. I want to see them go. I want to see how they grow. I want to see how they pivot. I want to see how things go. And we got Glue Sniffer already in on the Blastoise. Blastoise making it through. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Alrighty, Thanksgiving goated. Suicune got through. JK on the Greninja's insane. We got PK on Mewtwo. Glue Sniffer on Blastoise. That is insane. So Thanksgiving is looking really, really strong on these Pokemon because I know they play them. Mike on Venusaur. Listen, I make fun of Mike with the missing on the Venusaur, but all in all, that's serious. But we got Umbreon Snorlax. That's a strong, solid core for the side of Abyss Order there. What else do we got? We got the Decidueye. We're worried about that coming in. We're going to pick that up. Alolan Vulpix coming in on the Alolan Vulpix. That's actually really good because that's a lot of CC. Good A-Press as well. I don't know if you're going to run that Blizzard or not, but Buzzwole also able to lock down. So, we do have this Invade. And the one thing I can tell you, there will probably be no help for JK as long as it's only one person invading. Oh, we're able to steal it out. Hell yeah. Good job, Masa. All right, now it's the fight over the red buff there. That's exactly what JK does not want. You got to get that guy down. Once he goes into the rest, then you go for the... You cannot let him get it in. But there's the tackle. Now you can get it. Now you can take that down, and that's a free KO. This might be what you need. We're not able to tap it. Masa gets out for free. But they don't pivot into the top lane. They're going bottom. This would have been a great way to come into the top and help support their team. Keep it 3-3 because now Yarrow is now caught out because Rocking Out is gone. And unlike when we had the Zoroark who got a double KOing the start of game number 2 here, JK is able to hit from a distance there, and Yarrow is just at a bit of a disadvantage. Milan is now up here with this Buzzwole, looking to grab those clones. That clone lasted too long. I would have been tricked too, Milan. That's okay. Honestly, listen, those clones are tricky. I mean, look at Fairy. She bliss assists a clone, and is like, oops. So even the supporter misses out on those clones, and they know exactly which is which. So that's kind of fun. But JK's going for the invade as well. The reverse sweep. Yarrow is going to get taken down. There goes the clones coming through. There it is. We take down Yarrow, but JK's caught out. But there's a Suicune to help look for a way for them to escape. They're keeping the A-presses down, but the Umbreon's coming out. Rocking Out puts them in the mean look. This is what they need. One swipe takes them down. Invade failed. Fairy's now trying to back off there as the majority of Abyss Order comes through and is now able to take down Fairy there. That does leave them open to take the Regidrago. Nobody else here. We don't have Venusaur either for the side of Thanks Gaming. So we are a little bit locked out. Whatever happened in this bottom lane, Ninetales seemed to have been the key. But 4-man push into the top here. We need this Decidueye online, and there it is. It is the Spirit Shackled Decidueye, but the Greninja's right on top of it, able to take it down, but gets pulled down by the Decidueye as well. tit for tat, knock for knock, rocking out, pushed up against the wall. Fairy, the 2 water type Pokemon just absolutely having their way with them. That is, guys, come on. Keep it PG, Pokemon, come on. Good surf to push Masa off. Nice engage there from that heavy slam. I think we had to use an eject button. No, we didn't even use an eject button. That was just a little bit of a shove. Buzzwole's going to come in, put the superpower down. Surf comes through, hits a nice couple of targets, gets the good strong shield. Able to pull them away, almost gets another surf off for the survival. But look at this block. Great way to pick off 2 Pokemon at once with it. But now we have to deal with the Venusaur. Massive damage coming out as the knock-knock comes through. The A pressers turn into the sniper and they grab the bundle B. This could be the game that Abyss Order has been looking for to come back and make this into a 2-1 scenario. What a save! Oh wait, she's dead. Exactly! Exactly! Oh wait, he's dead. I know, this is actually kind of like some peak gameplay. But we're going to go into the bottom here. Regieleki is now going to be playing for the side of Abyss Order, looking to crash on this pad. Thanks Gaming does not give a hoot and a holler. Well, Mike does. Mike had some words to say with Regieleki. Like, listen, man, why aren't you playing for my team? He's going to go spread the good word of Thanks Gaming. Decidueye is now down here, pulled in into Surf and Future Sight. That's massive there. Glue Sniffer's going there. He needs Unite Charge there. Level 10. Seal just says, you know what? Yeah, we got this. Surfing away, going for the bounce pad. No, we're not going for the bounce pad. Bouncy castles are for kids. We're going for the ball toys. Nice little invade. Keep that pressure on. Going to be caught out, put into the blizzard there. Nice push from the hydro pump as the surf potential is going to help them get away. But they're going for the cheeky 4-cap. Got to get that extra Unite charge, and there it is. Unite move on the way. Do they have the eject button in the pocket there? No, they're 30 seconds off on the eject button, but they got the Hydro Typhoon ready to go. Missed on the Decidueye, going for the berry, though. Nice grab. Took a little too long to pop that Spirit Shackle there from Yarrow. They really want to make sure they hit those aims there, but brother, just send it. Fire away! Nice hit on the Fairy, though. Didn't kill it, though. Oh, but look at that. Never mind. Fairy's dead again. Look at that. Nice surf from the Blastoise. They find the Decidueye, but all of that surf, hydro pump, and the combo there from the Hydro Typhoon, a little bit wasted simply because the damage didn't really come out and do much on the Decidueye, and we didn't get into any of that CC or stun because of the Unite move. The Desi ejected to death. Exactly. Exactly. They ejected him to death. PK caught in a room, looking to be caught out there by the Blizzard Avalanche combo. PK said, nope, I'm going to get escape this. I found the escape room button. I pressed the help button and they got me out. Decidueye is now level 11. Let's take a look at the levels, by the way. Level 13 on JK, triple 11s, and Fairy at 10, Dragon behind there. But the other side, much more detrimental. 12 on the A9, and Yarrow is looking to try to be that level 12 there, but we have some inefficient farming here, I'm not going to lie. Now, one of the things that we do have to keep in mind is the new experience changes coming in on December 18th. That was huge. No, XP shares no longer able to do what it used to do, give us free experience, ensuring that our carries get 100% of experience of whatever we KO. So when we're farming with tanks and supports, it honestly does leech a lot away from us. But this push from Thanks Gaming, absolutely brutal there. But the knock-knock's coming out. This is a late knock-knock. I hope they're able to get it back in time because Kyogre's coming in 60 seconds. Regieleki's been abandoned by Thanks Gaming. This is supposed to be a leave no man behind kind of team, and they just absolutely KO'd him. Fairy going in for the KO, ran into the blizzard and died. Now you listen, guys, you might think, what a silly thing to do. You couldn't do anything there. But what Fairy was actually looking to do was die for ult charge. So she wanted her Unite charge back, knew that she wasn't going to get a whole lot of farm for it, so you might as well die, get KO'd, and then get that huge burst of Unite charges. I think is anywhere between 20 to 30%, which is huge. So hopefully she's looking to have that back in time for Kyogre, spawning in 10 seconds there. Abyss Order coming in from the top. They're going to be looking to try to take a position here. Masa's going to be trying to grab this berry, and they're going to be trying to look for a way in into the pit as well. But look at this. Thanks Gaming is in a nice, decent position. 185 to 78. Not as big a lead as they had in games 1 and 2. So Abyss Order was definitely able to shut them down, but they weren't able to utilize those pads because games 1 and 2, they're also able to break one of those T1 pads. Now they're poking and prodding, prancing and dancing, looking for a way to get somebody caught out. We get the freeze and the grab onto that, and there goes the solar beam. Now, this is going to possibly force out the power nap as the Blastoise goes in. Hydro Typhoon, nobody gets taken down yet. The Decidueye Buzzwole trade for the Blastoise. We'll take that every day of the week. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 Alolan Ninetales left behind. They have to try to secure with the Avalanche because Blizzard won't go through the wall. But there's the Snow Globe. But they weren't able to get it. Thanks Gaming has Kyogre in the pocket. Everybody down on Abyss Order. 35 seconds left for the debuff on the pads. Suicune trying to go for it, not able to get it in. Snorlax coming in with the block there. The Super Soul Slam comes out. We're looking for a KO on PK, but we get isolated and take down ourselves. The Knock's coming out. JK's looking on top of that Decidueye, and they're able to take them down. That's 1, 2, 3 down, and here goes 4 on the Snorlax. Umbreon in a Dream is looking to lock this in, but unfortunately that Dream was dashed. Now we have a Alolan Vulpix looking for something in, but the points just rained in. 585 to 78 as Ricardo's coming in and letting everybody know they're playing Pokemon Scarlet. Now there is no time. This is it. Thanks Gaming, able to take their their week 2 Articuno League matches 3 games straight. 3-0 on them. This is awesome. This is amazing. But GG's to Abyss Order. They had a lot of cool things coming out for them. They had a lot of good stuff working for them. They knew what they needed to do, and they just weren't able to lock it in. But guys, this is only the second week. We got one more week of Articuno League coming up, and then on the 30th of January we have the playoffs. And that's going to be all day long. All night long will be the playoffs. So, JK coming in on a healthy 96K. Wasn't 100. What are you doing, bro? Come on. That's get good. 69K on Entei. That's the most goated number ever, bro. That is amazing. Keep it up. 68K on the Alolan Vulpix there. Missing out on that beautiful number, spot on by 45 points. That's a shame. But 64K on Yarrow, that's actually a good amount of damage coming in from Yarrow onto that Decidueye. But once again, we're pivoting. We're keeping 5 of the same bands. Miraidon, Mega Gyarados, Mega Lucario, Comfey, Blissey, opting this time to ban out the Vaporeon. And I told you guys, if you're going to ban out the Vaporeon, PK is going to take Mewtwo X. If you want the Mewtwo X, leave the Vaporeon up. Vaporeon was just too much of an issue for them, and yeah, I guess they decided to opt to ban that out instead, pick the Decidueye away. But yeah, you're going to bring in, when you pick Decidueye away, you got Cinderace, you got Greninja, you got Garchomp, you got Pawmot. JK's roster is actually a lot. And so you can't isolate and pick away that, because there's more to it than just the Decidueye. A lot of teams mess that up, I will say. So, but it also would be foolish to allow JK to bring in a Decidueye into a free game. You don't want that. You either want to bait the Decidueye into a game you know you can handle it on, or you want to bait that Decidueye, or you want to be like, you shut that down and be like, if you bring it in, it's gone, so you want to force them off of it. You don't necessarily want to ban it, but that Comfey ban is also really smart, because we love playing Sweet Kiss Comfey, so you let us have that. Comfey's coming through. But yeah, that is a lot. That is great. And I know there's going to be a short stream tonight, but we're going to be back for a little bit of a longer one tomorrow. Because we still got a lot more stuff to do. We just wanted to make sure we captured our Articuno League matches on stream. Give it a little shout out. And again, huge shout out to GX2, streaming it over on their channel officially for the Articuno League. I would have joined them tonight, but I wasn't sure I was going to be able to have enough time. So it was kind of like the last minute planned. But good job on them. for being able to step in, cast an admin for tonight as well. That's also really important, making sure that we have admins for these, because it always sucks when you have a crash. You gotta wait 5 minutes, and all of a sudden, like a best of 5 set now takes like 3 hours, and you're just like, wow, bro. But that is going to be everything from me for tonight. I appreciate you guys, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed another Thanksgiving spectacle. We will be back tomorrow. We got another scrim for Thanksgiving. I don't know who yet, but we're going to be getting a scrim in, and we're going to stream that. And if we failing the scrim, we'll stream some Pokemon Unite. We've been dying to get our hands on the Meowth. I've been looking at some clips of it. It looks really cool. I want to go in. I want to play it. It's a Pokemon that's in my wheelhouse, so I'm like, ooh, super excited. So hopefully we can get that done, and we are working on some new projects. Hopefully soon we will be able to get some D&D going as well. So, ooh, should be fun. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Wrong screen.